Так, дорогие мои,
You
идем
can't imagine
на
how
занятия.
inconvenient travel was before I invented blue powder.
Лапулька. Ах, таких у меня несколько штук. Ау. Что-то я прям не в манти как-то прям нет, не по учебному. Я не знаю, что они не
Excellent
одевают
work
тепло.
today.
Это, мне кажется,
Class
недоработочка.
dismissed. I take it you're ready to
I
learn.
completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
Окей. Можно изучать такие сказания? Можно, чтобы, типа...
I will, Professor.
I will hold
Вот
you to that
присмотрим
promise.
профессора
Now,
лучше изучать,
you
чем...
must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is
Ладно.
highly volatile.
F туда-сюда пробел. F.
Well done. Now, let us put it in.
Натыкала ты,
Shall
серьезно?
we? Go ahead and
Да, ну бамбурда. Давай вместо репар.
on the
Репара у
pumpkins.
нас. Где?
Revelio.
На каких?
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
Professor, might I have a moment?
Yes. What is it?
Ну,
I
ладно,
was
да.
wondering, what inspired your interest in magical beasts?
Are you considering some sort of profession
Я
in the
пока не
field?
знаю. Скорее всего, Министерство магии.
I
Ну,
haven't
возможно.
decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
Да, согласна.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer between my 6th and 7th years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
Seems quite a challenge,
Да,
finding an
наверное,
alchemy in
это
the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow. And there,
Капец.
inside, was a nest with 7 silver alchemy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. Protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone. I hid, and moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. you would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life,
Так, с гипогрифами
and
было у
perhaps
нас
one
уже.
day even save it.
I shall remember that, Professor. Thank you. Revelio.
Так. Ну, предлагаю. Бейсик Себастьян. Dark Arts. Да, точно надо продавать этих животных немножко, наверное. Пусть они найдут себе свой дом.
Your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Да блин.
You not just served our family for 5 generations, and you go and give her clothes? Now I will
Проверили.
have to cook and clean until we can replace her with another elf. Did you think of that? Or do you hate your
Бедная
mother
девчонка.
that much?
Молодец, молодец, молодец. Молодец, молодец.
Revelio.
Ай, пошла дочка. Умная. С палочкой такой шпак. Привет.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
Ну, говори.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone
Я
who
не
was
хочу,
afraid of
чтобы
the
ты
power of
втянул
dark magic.
магию. Да.
I know we had to do it to open the scriptorium, but it's not something I'd want to repeat.
And I'm glad
Yeah.
we did it. Because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to
ладно,
reverse dark
полезно.
magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to
Конечно.
save Anne?
Precisely. I
Отлично.
plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
Думаешь? Наоборот, мне кажется, он же против темных заклятий.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
Ладно. Хорошо. Ну расскажи мне.
And don't feel
что.
sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous,
Опа. Здоров.
we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never
Я же
engage in anything
сказала,
to do with
смотри, я
dark magic
правильно
again.
сказала.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
Мишка сказала.
I am not letting this go.
Ну, чувак, ну.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going
Yeah.
after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Что ты тупая?
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost
Так, а
Anne.
почему
I cannot
Себастьян
lose
виноват?
Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Да, кто Себастьяну поможет? Ну, это да, это правда.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian
Нет,
pursues
нет.
this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Revelio.
Нет, слушай, у него благая цель, все такое, я понимаю. Но, как бы... Будь у тебя сестра, ты бы понял. Ай, да опять что у вас с мантиями? У вас там содралось. Не могу. Ладно, переоденусь в мантию, а то, блин, хожу как непонятно кто. Будь как все. Будь как все, путник. Вот. Вот. Ладно. Себастьян, что там? Чувак. Так, что там? Отлично. Нам хватит. Погнали. Дику. Будь как давно путники, я не откажу. Я ни в чем не откажу. Сейчас, секундочки.
Revelio.
Spare a moment.
Да, конечно. Я думаю, мне больше вообще не нужна будет. Мало. На 36-м. А вот смотри, то же самое, только... Анфинга это как раз то, что мне надо. Ну. Так. Да, что тоже нам... А, смотри. Ничего. О. На один человек. Да блин, дайте мне, чтобы у меня всегда была, блин, школьная форма. Мне она нравится, слышите? Что такое? Блин, а где она? Я ее потеряла. Как-нибудь мы с вами возьму, наверное, запишу мини-видосик, чтобы показать все эти. О, все даже. Где ты? Привет. Да.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deek thought you might
Да.
want to learn how to build a
Спасибо.
breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
Конечно.
That sounds a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. And what do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deek suggests rescuing
Yes, ma'am.
thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would
Да
I
я
find a
ж
pair of them
нашла, ну
nearby?
ты чё?
Deek has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the
Отлично.
pen from tomes and scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deek.
Отлично, это у меня есть. Так, кстати, какого-то колокольчика, я не понимаю, где это был. Ну, не то, что у меня. Смотри. Задание в испытаниях этих. Где-то это было, я не помню где. А, вот да, здесь. Волшебный колокольчик. Улит ли вертинец? Наверное, это туда. Давай посмотрим.
Have you rescued the thestrals and purchased the
Ну погоди, я
spellcraft
еще
for
даже не
the
успела
breeding
выйти.
pen?
Вот, видишь, фестрала мальчик, девочка. Мальчик, девочка, много. Ну, сколько у меня этих. Вот еще фестрал. Девочка. Мальчик. Я предлагаю вот эту забрать. Там так хватит.
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Ну, такие нехорошие. А, это могиле? А, блин, нет, могиле. Не, могилу забираю, чтобы на ней кататься. Нельзя? Так. Сначала давай продадим некоторых этих. Отдадим в добрые руки, так сказать.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Statue near Irondale looks different than before.
Revelio. Come in. Sorry if there's a smell. New batch of toad-hide.
Где это? Который?
I'll not mind
Ага.
seeing you here again. Consider yourself
Я же
welcome.
не могла ее пытать просто. Ух. Отлично. Бегу, бегу. Извини.
Revelio.
А, вот, про который говорил это. Только сейчас его нашла, офигеть.
Revelio.
Что-то как-то у тебя тут плохо все.
Alohomora.
Кажется, на такого мы там смотрю, отдавали.
Revelio.
Как-то у него тут это, типа, жутковато.
Confringo. Bombada. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo.
Долго останавливается, слушай.
Bombada. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Stupid. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Revelio. There's a victory that came none too soon.
Ты говоришь, сегодня у него еще не волнуйся.
Revelio.
Вот она, видимо, тут росла. Ну ладно, погнали.
Revelio. Revelio.
Здоров. Это точно что-то продается? Растопнуть? Чего не одевается-то к тебе?
Revelio.
Класс, пивс.
Take your time looking about. Plenty of wonderful books to stoke a curious mind like yours.
Да.
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the Thestrals.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Ага.
I've rescued the Thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
О.
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
О, да.
Revelio.
О, да. Ну, пойдем заберем их. Аж.
I'll look after you.
А здесь котиков выпустим. Надо посмотреть, блин, где им удобно будет. А чё у вас? Ничего вы не накормлены? А, ну вот.
Revelio.
А где эти? А, вот они, смотри, какие. Случайно. Случайно, прости, пожалуйста. Прости, пожалуйста. Вместо тройки. Двойку. Офигеть. Прости, пожалуйста. Какой кошмар. Какой ужас. Вот это же скач. Вау, огромный. Офигеть. Вот это вы пошел. Да-да-да, как колокольник. Смотри.
Revelio.
Блин, я на него нацеливаюсь. Блин. Не, ловочка. Ну, красиво, что могу сказать. Жопки застряли. Погляди. Ты там нормально с жабками, а?
Revelio.
Вы чё, ругаетесь? Зачем вы ругаетесь? Выпрыгните отсюда вам. Кыш, кыш. 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 Так, я тебя сейчас спрячу просто.
There, there. I'm not going to hurt you.
Можно я выйду? Я не думала, что он будет фруктовать.
Revelio.
Ладно, вот здесь фрукт. Вы что ругаетесь? Блин, я потерялась. Это явно не выход. Сейчас еще Шрек будет какой-нибудь.
Revelio.
Здесь выход. Да. Да. Ну что ж, арендовать все. Буду занимать